The chrome corridors of the Imperial Station gleamed under artificial starlight, a testament to humanity's conquest of the void. Leo pushed his maintenance cart through the hallways with practiced efficiency, his worn jumpsuit bearing the faded insignia of the custodial corps. 23 years old and already invisible, that's how he felt most days on this massive orbital platform that housed 10,000 souls. But Anna had seen him. She worked in the hydroponics bay, or so she'd told him. They'd met 3 months ago when Leo had been called to fix a water recycler malfunction. While other station personnel treated maintenance workers like mobile furniture, Anna had smiled at him. Actually smiled. She'd asked his name, made jokes about the stubborn machinery, and even brought him coffee. After that, they kept running into each other. The observation deck during his lunch break, the station library during off hours, the cargo bay where Anna claimed she volunteered sorting supply shipments. She never wore anything fancy, just simple gray station wear like everyone else. Her dark hair was always tied back in a practical ponytail, and her hands bore the calluses of someone who worked with soil and water systems. Leo had fallen for her completely. "You're nervous," Anna observed, leaning against the corridor wall as Leo fumbled with his cleaning supplies. Her amber eyes sparkled with amusement. "The Unity Gala is in 3 days," Leo blurted out. The words tumbled out before his courage could fail him. It's this big event. They say even the Emperor's delegation will be there. I know it sounds crazy, but maintenance workers get a few guest passes. And I thought..." He took a breath. "Would you be my date?" Anna's expression shifted, something unreadable crossing her features. For a terrifying moment, Leo thought she'd laugh at him. A janitor asking anyone to the most prestigious event on the station. Madness. But then she smiled. That same genuine smile that had captured his heart months ago. "I'd love to, Leo." The Unity Gala transformed the station's central plaza into a venue worthy of humanity's sprawling interstellar empire. Dignitaries from 40 star systems mingled beneath holographic nebulae. The dress code was formal, and Leo had spent 2 months' salary on renting a decent suit. He waited at the entrance, tugging at his collar nervously. When Anna appeared, his breath caught. She wore a simple silver dress, elegant but understated. Yet somehow, she commanded the space around her with an effortless grace Leo had never noticed before. Or perhaps he had noticed, but never understood. "You look beautiful," he managed. "And you clean up well," she teased, taking his arm. They entered together, and immediately Leo felt out of place among the admirals, ambassadors, and corporate executives. But Anna moved through the crowd with surprising ease, greeting people by name, offering insights about trade negotiations and military deployments that seemed far beyond what a hydroponics worker should know. "How do you know all this?" Leo whispered. "I read a lot," Anna replied, but there was something in her tone, a carefully constructed lightness. The evening progressed wonderfully despite Leo's insecurities. They danced, laughed, and Anna introduced him to people with genuine warmth. She never seemed embarrassed by his status, never made him feel small. If anything, she made him feel remarkable. Then the trumpet sounded. "Honored guests," the announcer's voice boomed. "Please welcome His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Marcus Castellan of Terra." The crowd parted like a wave. Down the center aisle walked a man in ceremonial military regalia, flanked by guards in powered armor. He was perhaps 50, with silver-streaked hair and the bearing of someone who'd commanded fleets. Leo's heart pounded. The Emperor himself, in person. But the Emperor's eyes weren't scanning the crowd. They were locked on one person. Anna. "Daughter," Emperor Marcus said warmly as he approached, "you've been making me search the station for you." The word hung in the air like a gravitational anomaly. Daughter. Leo's world tilted. He turned to Anna, really looked at her and suddenly saw what should have been obvious. The way people unconsciously deferred to her, the knowledge she possessed, the absolute confidence in her movements. Princess Anna Castellan, heir to the Terran Empire. "Father," Anna said, her voice steady, "I've been exactly where I said I'd be, among the people." The Emperor's gaze shifted to Leo, and for a moment the young janitor was certain he'd be vaporized on the spot. Instead, Marcus extended his hand. "And who is this young man?" "This is Leo Harrison," Anna said firmly. "He's the reason the station's life support systems run flawlessly. He's brilliant with machinery, kind to everyone he meets, and the first person in months to treat me like a human being instead of a political asset." Leo shook the Emperor's hand, his own trembling slightly. But Marcus's grip was firm, respectful. "A pleasure, Mr. Harrison. My daughter has excellent taste." The evening continued, though Leo moved through it in a daze. Later, when the crowds had thinned and they stood alone on the observation deck, watching Earth spin below, Anna finally spoke. "I'm sorry for not telling you." "Why didn't you?" Leo asked, not angry, just confused. "Because everyone wants something from an emperor's daughter," Anna said quietly. "Alliance, favor, power. But you just wanted to share coffee and talk about old Earth movies. You saw me, Leo. Not the crown, not the politics. Just Anna." Leo considered this. The girl who'd laughed at his jokes about malfunctioning air filters, who'd stayed up with him in the library debating humanity's expansion into the void, who'd volunteered in cargo bays because she believed everyone should understand how supplies reached remote colonies. "I still see Anna," he said finally. "I always will." She turned to him, and in her eyes was something more precious than any imperial title. Hope. Hope that someone could love her for who she was, not what she represented. "Then be my date to the next gala?" Anna asked, echoing his words from days before. Leo smiled. "Your Highness, it would be my honor." "Just Anna," she corrected, squeezing his hand. "Just Anna," he agreed. And as the stars wheeled overhead, a janitor and a princess stood together, equal in all the ways that truly mattered. Because that was humanity's real triumph, not the ships that crossed the void or the empires that spanned the galaxy, but the ability to see worth in every soul, regardless of station or title. That was the true HFY story. Not conquering the stars, but remembering that among the stars, every human mattered.